So what we're going to look at here, we're going to start off with our formal element of line, and we're just going to focus on creating different types of line that are appropriate to what it is that we're actually drawing. I'm going to start off with by sharpening my pencil to make sure that I can draw with precision. So I'm just going to sharpen my pencil. We can see that there's 3 different types of lines on that piece there. I'm going to start off with the thickest line, which I can see goes right down to just above the corner. And it's about that thick. And it goes up to about here and here. And I'm just going to very lightly sketch them in. Those lines want to be parallel, so they run alongside each other, but they should never meet, so they should be nice and parallel. And then I think the next thing that I'm going to do, if I run my pencil along there, I can see that the top of that sort of fencing, it's parallel to that line there, so I'm just going to draw another one in. Another line, very, very gently. And then I know that that's the top of my fence. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to try and be as accurate as I can, but it's difficult drawing on a small scale, so I've got a little dot there. I'm just going to map out where these triangles go. And then one there. So we can see it's a bit of a zigzag line. So I'm very lightly, all I'm doing is sketching at the minute. I know that the zigzag should come down right in the middle of those 2 points that I've just drawn in. Just very sketchy, very light. And just like that. They are a little bit more curved than what I've done there, so now that I quite like it, I think it does look accurate. I'm just going to go back into it, but I'm going to curve those lines now. On top of that, we can see where the fence has been cut, it's got a bit of a little, sort of like a little spiral area. So I'm just going to put a little sort of scribble with my line, and then I'm going to 2 little tiny lines coming off to show where the fence has been cut. And those do overlap each other there. I'm going to put that in. Right, now the next ones, again the fence, it should go parallel. I'm going to draw that line going along. And it looks to me like this part of the fencing, it starts in the middle. It comes down. That one goes to the middle of that part of the fencing. It comes down. Same. And I'm just going to work my way along. Like that. And then once I feel comfortable with the lines that I'm making, I'm just going to curve them. Just like that. Now this thick line, I'm going to add a little bit of shade into it to make it look dark. There we go. Now, let's have a look at it. These look parallel as well, so that one's quite close. Looks to me like barbed wire. I'm just going to sketch that in. Quite close. This piece of barbed wire starts up in the corner, comes across there, and then this one is over there like that. I would say barbed wire, my line is not going to be perfectly straight. I'm going to, let me zoom in. I'm going to make it a little bit jagged. I'm not taking my pencil off the paper. I'm just making it a little bit more jagged with some little bits sort of splintering off. Again with this one, not a perfectly straight line, it's a little bit jagged. With some little bits splintering off. And the same for the top one, a little bit jagged with some little bits splintering off. And there we go. I've got a nice mini drawing that uses 3 different types of line. Off you go, have a go yourself.